Today we're going to pre-trip under the hood on the passenger side.
Exactly. And a good idea is to turn the wheels all the way to the right before performing this part of the pre-trip, because that gives you a better view of the air brake system. Because two items that we will cover with this particular part of the pre-trip are the air brake system and the suspension system. As I mentioned in another video, the components of every school bus are pretty much the same all the time. However, they are laid out differently at times depending on what bus you deal with. So it's important to be diligent about this. I mentioned in another video that the coolant is on the other side of the bus, of this particular bus. However, the radiator is better viewed on this side of the bus. It is securely mounted. It is not missing any nuts and bolts. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. The hoses are not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. They're not leaking, and there is no soft bulging spot outside indicating possible damage inside. This is the washer fluid reservoir. The washer fluid reservoir is securely mounted. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. It is not leaking, and there is no side glass. So in order to check for adequate level, all you have to do is to take off the cap, fill with washer fluid if necessary, and you're good to go. This is the alternator. The alternator is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged, and there is no hanging, loose, exposed, or frayed wire behind the alternator. This is the water pump. The water pump is securely mounted. It is not worn. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. No missing nuts and bolts. This is the Serpentine Belt. It runs both the alternator and the water pump. And the Serpentine Belt is not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. It has a play of no more than three quarters of an inch. This leads us to the next part of the pre-trip, which is the suspension system, starting with the shock absorber. The shock absorber is securely mounted. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. No missing nuts and bolts. This is the spring, one of the spring mounts over here. The front spring mount. There is one on each side, of course, of the bus. And if we go further, there is the front rear spring mount, and there are other spring mounts going toward the back of the bus. It is securely mounted. It is not missing any nuts and bolts, and it is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. This is the leaf spring on each side of the bus again. The leaf spring is not, it's securely mounted. It is securely mounted. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged, not missing any nuts and bolts. It is straight aligned, and it is not shifted. These are the Ubolts. The Ubolts are securely mounted, not missing any nuts and bolts. And they are not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged, and they secure the leaf spring to the main axle. Not the main axle, but the front axle. The next system that we need to cover is the air brake system, starting with the air chamber over here. The air chamber is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. It is securely mounted. It is not missing any nuts and bolts. The hoses are not worn, torn, cut, or frayed. They are not leaking, and there is no soft bulging spot outside indicating possible damage inside. This is the slack adjuster push rod. The slack adjuster push rod is securely mounted. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. No missing nuts and bolts. In order to verify it, what you do, you park the vehicle at ground level. You release the parking brake, so the parking brake should be off. And you, I missed another item. It'll come back.
You chalk the wheels?
Oh yeah, the wheels need to be chalked when you perform that operation. So the wheels chalk, the vehicle at ground level, and the parking brake off. And when you push or pull, there should be no more than 1 inch of play for the slack adjuster push rod. The next part is the inner rim. The inner rim is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. It is securely mounted. No missing nuts and bolts. There is no illegal welding. It is not. There is no rust or shiny spot that could indicate possible looseness. I'm having a hard time to see over here. Okay. That brings us to the brake drum, and the brake drum is not, it's securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts. It is not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. And the last part is the brake lining, pads and shoes. So the brake lining is securely mounted, no missing nuts and bolts, not cracked, bent, dent, or damaged. Not dangerously thin, we can see it, and also there is no grease, there is no oil or other fluid on the brake lining. So this pretty much completes the overview for this part of the pre-trip.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.